southern China's Pearl River Delta. Here lies a city of mystique and mystery. A meeting place of past and future, of piety and pleasure. This is Macau, where the cultures of Portugal and China merge in a land with more than 500 years of history, where today the pace of change takes your breath away. For the people of Macau, something extraordinary is about to happen here, something that will affect everyone in this tiny Chinese city. Over the next week, Macau will host the largest sporting event in the East Asian world, the East Asian Games. Thousands of athletes and guests will gather in Macau to participate in the Games, and with scores of VIPs arriving, security is tight. Everyone, including Edmund Ho Hao Wah, the chief executive, will need a pass. Preparing for everyone's arrival is no easy task.
We have been working like about nearly a month. We have already issued many cards for all the workforce, and we have started doing the delegations cards. So we are coming close to issue all the cards. We are expecting about 25,000, but currently we have issued like coming to 18 to 19,000. So the delegations is coming close to 20-something thousand. We have like 500 people coming at the same time, and mixing with local people and all different kind of peoples. So they are actually, we have lack of seats, and we are not enough counters to serve all 600 people at the same time. So people keep complaining and asking, and then this is a chaos outside to serve so many people at the same time.
There's a lot at stake for Macau during these Games. Not only is it the first time they've organized an event of such magnitude, but there's also a built-in pressure to improve the level of the three former editions, Shanghai, Osaka and Busan. On top of this, Macau knows that with the Beijing Olympics on the horizon, the world will view their efforts as a dress rehearsal for 2008. Now, with time running out, the question on everyone's lips is, can they pull it off? Final preparations are underway in the Macau Stadium for the lavish opening ceremony. Today's ceremony marks the start of a week-long sporting spectacle that will draw 2,000 athletes from 9 countries to compete in 17 events. For them and the tens of thousands of spectators, this will be a very special fortnight. And yet, the influence of the Games on Macau itself will have a much more lasting effect. Korea, one of the participants in these Games, has itself a great deal of experience in holding big sport events, and they know only too well how lasting those effects can be.
In case of the Summer Olympic Games, that was a wonderful opportunity to expose entire Korean people to the world. So before the Olympic and after Olympic, there were some great differences. The under-perception of the international community vis-a-vis Korea. Because at that time, not only a lot of the tourists have come to Korea, but a lot of international media, they have a great coverage of every aspect of Korea. So in that sense, then it was the great momentum for Korea and for Korean people, to expose to the world and go into the the global community. Now, again, in the same context, the 2002 the World Cup. There is in another sense, there was the heaven-sent opportunity for Korean people to have the confidence again, about what we can do, what we can surprise the world.
Over at the Macau Dome, a new construction specially built for the Games, Gisela Nunes is making sure it'll be ready for the opening ceremony.
I've been sleeping on average 3 hours a night because the dome is so big, and then also we have the shooting range and the tennis academy and the bowling center right next to us. The dismantling of the equipment is set up and all this. We have to do it overnight because the schedule is so tight. And also we tend to use this venue. The Macau East Asian Games is like the new icon of Macau. A lot of tourists actually come and take pictures of this. I practically live here. You have to like the building to be able to manage this monster, Otherwise, things will get out of your hand. It's such a big and complex building.
Among the thousands of performers, some are professionals from mainland China, and some are drawn from schools from across Macau.
Right now, they've been to the last rehearsal, and they are doing good.
We are happy!
Hosting the Games here is a gamble. Manuel Silverio is the president of the organizing committee, and he knows there's a lot riding on the success of this event.
Confident it will be a successful Games?
Yes, I'm confident not only because everything is ready, everything are tested, but of course, such kind of huge event is very difficult to avoid any incident. It's normal.
CCTV, the biggest television network in China, prepare to cover the show and broadcast to over 450 million households, with 195 TV cameras on site and 8 mobile studios. For them, this is also a dress rehearsal for the Beijing Olympics. In 500 years of its existence, Macau has seen many changes. Macau was formerly the oldest colony in Asia before Portugal withdrew in 1999. Now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, there are more churches per capita than in any other city in the world. Historically a place of refuge, now it's more commonly associated with gambling and casinos. But the 4th East Asian Games have affected a huge cross-section of the population here. The building of the main sports centers has involved construction on a mammoth scale, and the organization of the Games has created many new jobs and developed skills within Macau itself.
對於澳門開展體育運動係好有好處，而且呢，對於澳門將來喺旅遊事業舉行呢個展覽都有提供咗好好嘅場地。 呢個咧係一件非常良好嘅事情。咁又另外咧，呢個運動會係需要大量嘅人力嘅，係咪啊？澳門咧市民咧積極主動咁樣響應，喺呢個通過呢個運動會培養咗大量嘅人才。咁我哋對於今後舉行呢個大型嘅活動咧，都係
Even before the huge venues were completed, Macau's own athletes were practicing hard for the Games. Drawn from a population of less than 500,000, they know it's not going to be easy winning medals against huge nations like China, Japan and Korea. Yet for the women's dragon boat team, it's all about passion.
We want to win. We have trained already for more than a year.
It's not just about competing.
about being friends and united.
It's from the heart. Our power is from the heart.
Local businesses also pull together to aid in the preparation of the games. Across town at the Choi Hyung Yen Bakery, cooks busy themselves making a Macau speciality: 37,000 almond cakes for spectators at the games. Amy Wong is the bakery's marketing manager.
We are very proud to be chosen as the bakery to give away our almond cakes as souvenirs. We agreed to sponsor 37,000 mini almond cakes to the opening and closing ceremonies for all the audience. And this will be all packed in the nice box, which is designed by the committee. This recipe is only 2 people in our factory knows about the secret recipe. So even if we are doing demos here, they don't know about the recipe because all the mixture is done in the factory. I think this game is a very big event for Macau, and me as a Macnish, I'm very proud to have Macau holding this special event because it brings a lot of people into Macau, and people who have never heard about Macau before out there in other countries, they know about Macau starting from now on.
2002年起呢，咁好多我哋嘅學生都參與到呢個宣傳工作。就另外呢，就係一啲志工啦，志願工作者，佢哋參加呢兩項。咁此外呢，佢哋仲係好積極咁樣呢，去做好呢個排練嘅工作，因為呢，組委會呢叫要學界咧組織一個8000人嘅大型嘅開幕閉幕禮，咁為期8個月，喺咁長嘅時間裏邊呢，就師生們呢就不辭勞苦嘅，不怕艱辛佢哋去努力咁樣咧參與呢件工作排練工作，深夜先至返去㗎啦，都係毫無怨言佢哋嘅精神咧係值得可嘉嘅。
I have seen not only small children, but also ordinary people, whether taxi driver, they all made a contribution, for the success of the event. I think these kinds of spirits of voluntary participation, I think that's going to make a very lasting, the impact to the Macau.
Paula Carrion, competing in the Karate Do event, believes the games have already had an effect on Macau.
It's changed the lives of Macau people in a way that they don't only think about themselves anymore, but they want to sacrifice maybe a part of the time to help out with the work and all the preparation that's supposed to be done for the East Asian Games. There's, I think, nearly 20,000 volunteers that are helping out.
Before the opening ceremony begins, some of the volunteers need to place a goodie box on each of the 15,000 seats in the vast stadium. Han Jing is another of Macau's athletes. Some say she's their only hope for a gold medal. She'll be competing in the ritualized fighting event known as Wushu, but her role here tonight is to help light the flame that will start the games.